one-size-fits-all office working policies no longer part of modern life, or Sarah's. How would you have been able to do this?
This would have been impossible.
A rollback on remote working meant she was forced to quit her job, with childcare unworkable. We've changed her name for fear of any backlash from her former employer.
I was sat there trying to figure out all the hours and the amount of, spreadsheets I kind of tried to put together and calendars I was looking at, down to the minute. If I drop her off at that time and I get to the train station at that time. But it's just like there are only a set number of hours in the day, right? I literally had no choice but to leave.
A study shows moving away from remote working's costing parents more than £600 extra a month in childcare. As a result, 50% of parents polled said they were planning to quit their jobs. Remote job adverts are down 28% in 2 years. The number of hybrid jobs has gone up, however, by 34% in a year.
They're desperate to come in.
The chair of PwC says they've no plans to cut down on hybrid working.
I wouldn't change it from 2 to 3 days a week, because I think it's really hard to message to 26,000 people a kind of moving target. So I'll stay with 2 to 3 days a week as our policy. If asked a personal question, what would you do to make your career more successful? I'd say come in more.
Studies show numbers of women in full-time work have risen as a result of hybrid jobs.
But those gains could be at risk if employers roll back on remote working. As job vacancies fall and unemployment ticks up, it could mean that staff become perhaps less likely to demand flexibility.
And since COVID, childcare has become more expensive.
The costs for those parents will drastically increase because you're looking at a childcare bill of £14,000 a year for a full-time place. But also it does mean when we know there are real issues with availability.
With some, like Sarah, wondering if it's one step forward, 2 steps back for equality, there may be a cultural divide brewing in the post-COVID workplace. Adele Robinson, Sky News.